This is WKYT News at 5:30.
And good evening. Sam, Dick, and Jennifer Palumbo with you. It is game day for the Cats. UK beginning its NCAA tournament run against 13th seed Stony Brook in their first round matchup.
Rob Bromley joins us live now from Des Moines, Iowa with a preview. Hi, Rob.
Hello from Des Moines, where it is sunny and breezy on this St. Patrick's Day, and it all gets started here tonight as the Wildcats hope to begin a run in the NCAA tournament with a victory over Stony Brook. Now, as you know, once things start tonight, you cannot lose, and there is no question the pressure picks up. Kentucky has started 3 freshmen at times during the season. Some have played in big-time games, some have not.
I see that they're focused in practice. Probably when I get in the game, they'd be a little nervous because it's the first one, though. But that's normal. I was nervous when I was a freshman.
You're still a little nervous now. It kind of, picks it up a little bit.
Yeah. You're going to be nervous going into these games because you know if you lose, you're going to go home. But once you get the rhythm flowing and everything, you'll be fine.
Win or go home. Some guys stress out a little more, get more anxious, and don't play their game. But you have to stay loose and play with a lot of fun because it's about having fun out there. The team who has the most fun plays, without anything to lose, and that's what we need to do.
And we will have it all for you right here late tonight. It is a tip at 9:40 from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines as Kentucky takes on Stony Brook. And we're going to have a half-hour preview for you coming up right after the news. That will be on the CW Lexington. Lee K. Howard will join me live from here in Des Moines. Did you know the Wildcats are 8-3 on St. Patrick's Day, and they have won 7 in a row. They started off the NCAA tournament tonight against Stony Brook. Much more coming up shortly in sports, but for now, that's it from here just outside Wells Fargo Arena. Sam, Jennifer, back to you.
Thank you, Rob. Rob wearing the green tie on this St. Patrick's Day.
Lucky tie,
yes.
hopefully. Lexington firefighters right now are on the scene of a large barn fire.
The call went out about 2:30 this afternoon to Sulphur Well Road. We do not know right now if there are any injuries. Monique Blair is live on the scene with the latest. Monique.
Well, Sam and Jennifer, new information right now from Lexington firefighters. First of all, as you can see behind me, Lexington firefighters are still battling several small fires out here off Sulphur Well Road. They've been out here since just a few minutes before 3 o'clock. Battalion Chief Todd Samuelson says when firefighters got here, a barn was fully engulfed in flames and it had already collapsed to the ground. That barn is a complete loss. Now, because of the wind, Battalion Chief Samuelson says the fire then spread and completely engulfed a tractor trailer, and a trailer home. Each of those all a complete loss. A woman was sleeping inside that trailer home when she heard the sound of the fire. Battalion Chief Samuelson says that woman was able to get out, but she did suffer minor injuries from the fire as she was trying to leave her home. She was also taken to a local hospital. The fire then spread from that barn and moved across the road and caught 30 to 40 bales of hay on fire, and you can see firefighters are still working to put those fires out, but Battalion Chief Samuelson says they are all contained and he does not believe they will spread. Now, because this is a rural area, the closest fire hydrant is about half a mile away, so firefighters are also utilizing a pond out here as an additional source of water. Now, firefighter investigators are out here still trying to investigate and determine what caused this fire, but at this time they still are not sure exactly what caused it. For now, I'm reporting live in Lexington. Monique Blair, WKYT.
Thank you, Monique. Be careful what you post on social media.
And that's what one Anderson County couple learned after an officer visited them for something they posted on Facebook. Hillary Thornton has their story.
It is a type of crime officers at the Lawrenceburg Police Department say is rare for them.
You hear of police impersonation occasionally. We haven't had that problem.
Especially when the crime is recorded and posted to social media, then making its way to the real officer, Officer Clay Crouch.
He received a call from one of his friends about a post that had showed up on Facebook regarding somebody impersonating him.
A recording police say was taken by 20-year-old Charlotte Brock of 19-year-old Christopher Puckett making some phone calls.
Him saying that it was Officer Clay Crouch, Lawrenceburg Police Department.
In those phone calls, police say Puckett made threats of prison time and mental harm.
Officers say the fact that those serious threats were made it extremely important. They put a quick stop to the impersonation, making sure that target knew those phone calls were not coming from the real Officer Crouch.
You start actually naming a certain police officer with a certain police department, you know, you've got an issue. Unfortunately, in today's society, police are really kind of under the microscope of everything. In a situation like this, you know, we definitely want that person to know that that wasn't our department or our officer making that call.
Officer Clay Crouch himself tracking the Facebook post, citing the two with impersonating a peace officer.
Confessed to what they'd done, was 100% honest with him, and told him what the story was.
In Lawrenceburg, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. And both were arraigned today in Anderson District Court. They'll be back in front of a judge next month.
The future of the bluegrass stockyards could depend on the water supply of one community. Fire destroyed the largest stockyard east of the Mississippi back in January. A new facility is set to be built on top of the aquifer off I-75 on the Fayette-Scott County line.
But there are some concerns that this new site could pose a threat to Georgetown's main water supply. WKYT's Mark Barber has more from Scott County.
You know, you've heard about Flint, Michigan, right?
That's how deep J.R. Williamson's concerns for the new location of the bluegrass stockyards run. He thinks the facility could contaminate Georgetown's main source of drinking water. The proposal calls for the $200 million operation to take shape near the aquifer on Ironworks Pike off I-75. The last time Williamson threw his weight against the project, he was a solid waste coordinator on the advisory committee for Georgetown's water supply.
Several years ago, I sat on this same committee, and it was stopped for some odd reason. Back then, the city council, physical court was all against it. You know, the governor was against it, the horse park was against it. You know, now, for some odd reason, everybody's for it.
People have to move beyond the perception of what was 50 years ago to what is possible today.
Stockyard COO Jim Akers says not only will they operate a clean and efficient facility, they're already going beyond the state's requirements to make sure the aquifer will be protected.
We've got data from our existing facilities to show that the systems that we implement in these new facilities works.
He says they have also tested runoff at two of their other stockyards, and the results did not raise any red flags. That's not enough for Williamson, who says he needs to see more proof that the facility won't threaten the area's main source of water.
I'm just a citizen concerned about my grandchildren's drinking water.
In Georgetown, Mark Barber, WKYT.
The advisory committee approved the proposal today with a recommendation for 3 additional water tests and that a groundwater protection plan be put in place before construction on the new stockyards begins. They're expected to break ground this spring. Up next, Chris Bailey and a cooler, maybe even a colder forecast right after this break.
For all your hearth and grill needs, shop barnhillchimney.com.
See green, save green during Green's Toyota's Lucky Green Tax Sales Event this weekend only. 0% APR on our most popular models and get up to $2,000 customer cash on 13 different models. The Green's Toyota Lucky Green Tax Sales Event. Greens.
Did your family set a goal to become healthier in the new year? One family did and lost 300 pounds at ageless. Bruce lost 92 pounds, Adam lost 64 pounds, and Catherine lost 151 pounds. For a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution, call Ageless today for our free consultation.
Ah, the joys of pizza delivery. Always waiting and waiting. And you never really know where your pizza's been when you order delivery. So why wait an hour or more when fresh pizzeria-style pizzas, whole or by the slice, are yours in just minutes at Speedway? A rich, buttery crust, real mozzarella cheese, and fresh pepperoni, all ready for you at Speedway. Why wait for delivery when Speedway's got fresh hot pizza in just minutes?
We're on your way, the convenience stores of Speedway.
Now buy 1 slice of pizza at Speedway and get your second slice free.
It's the right thing to do. What's that?
It's what they do, like free alignment with any new tire.
Free alignment with any new tire. We don't do that.
And what's our motto? We do the wrong thing.
I hate that guy.
Getting more for your money is simpler than you might think. When you shop at Kroger, you get low prices throughout the store, weekly specials, great value from our quality brands, digital coupons, and even fuel points to help you save at the pump. No spin, just savings.
Bring home Private Selection spiral sliced ham for just $1.79 a pound. And mix and match avocados or mangoes. Now 10 for $10. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Looking for the best boat your money can buy? Check out Tracker, Nitro, Sun Tracker, and Tahoe boats. Backed by the best factory warranties in the business. And Tracker is holding the line on pricing. Most 2016 boats are at or below last year's prices. Like the 2016 Tracker Protein 190 TX for $1,100 below the 2014 price. 2016 boats at 2015 prices. At the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boating Center in Corbin.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Another very nice weather day overall across central and eastern Kentucky. Some sunshine. Yeah, it's a little windy out there, but overall we can't complain. Temperatures are back into the 60s. Save those complaints for the weekend. You're probably going to be throwing a lot of them around. Let's look outside right now. Most areas, low 60s, a few mid 60s showing up across the region. Cool spot, Maysville. 59 degrees, though overall still above normal. Look at those sky cams. Similar to yesterday, every location with mostly sunny skies. A little bit of cloud cover trying to creep on into parts of the area now. Those are upper level clouds not producing precipitation. Defender radar network, nothing showing up across the region. How do we roll into Friday? 37 first thing tomorrow morning. Heading into the afternoon, it's a little cooler, still though slightly above normal. 55 to 60, low 60s across southern Kentucky. Friday evening out on the town. Temperature as you're heading out to some of those plants around 52 degrees, 8 o'clock. Coming back from some of those evening plans, 46 degrees, or maybe you're a late night owl and you're just now heading out the door tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. Let's walk you through the evening and heading into the next few days when we have those big weather changes coming into town. 11 o'clock this evening, upper 40s to around 50 degrees. Tomorrow morning, many of us will wake up to the 30s, mid to upper 30s in the valleys. Southern Kentucky with a hint of some clouds. You may be into the 40s yet again. Nothing out of the ordinary heading into the day tomorrow. As a matter of fact, very typical for this time of year, again with upper 50s to low 60s. Watch how quickly, though, things begin to change as we go into our Friday night, Saturday morning. Are you kidding me? This is, again, some pink, some green, and a little bit of white in there. And that's showing some wintry weather. Low pressure developing to our south. Look at that band of snow across the northern parts of the area as we go into Saturday afternoon. Saturday evening, that collapses its way on toward the south and southeast. By the time you go into Sunday, there's one more little system that will dive in from the northwest with upper 20s to low 30s. That can be a snow shower maker, especially in the parts of central and southern Kentucky. It's one of those days to where you have a little peak or two of sun, you'll hit the 40s. You stay with some clouds or rain or snow showers, you will stay in the 30s. Those numbers then will drop again by the time we roll into our Sunday evening. So as we break this down, as winter fights back over the weekend, your Saturday forecast, some light rain and some light snow. Most areas 40 to 45, but some indication northern Kentucky, your temperature drops as some snow tries to break out. A little rain and snow shower action as we go into Sunday. Could be a rooftop coating as we wake up early on Sunday morning. Monday, green thumbs, hard freeze. Common this time of year. What's not common, the weather we've had for the past 2 weeks. So everything is ahead of schedule in terms of your plants, the vegetation. So take precautions now. Monday morning could see temperatures deep into the 20s. Here's that extended forecast. The wintry weekend followed by a warm-up into the middle of next week when temperatures head back into the 70s. Could be some big storms into the second half of next week, guys.
I thought about you this morning. I was going to start the lawnmower up, but I have no gas. So
that was a sign you weren't supposed to cut the grass.
You know, when that happens to me, I just take it as a sign. I just push the lawnmower back in, and we'll fight that battle another day.
Sounds good. Thank you, Chris.
Rob Bromley joins us live next from Des Moines. Hi, Rob.
Last year was great. This season can be better. Stay with us. We'll preview Kentucky and Stony Brook live from Des Moines.
CBS Sunday, April 3rd.
We're back in Vegas, baby, for country music's party of the year.
It's the ACM Awards with superstars Tim McGraw, Florida Georgia Line, Carrie Underwood, Blake Shelton, Chris Stapleton, Eric Church, Keith Urban, Kelsey Ballerini, Sam Hunt, Jason Aldean, Thomas Rhett, Cam, Kenny Chesney, and your hosts Luke Bryan and Dirks Bentley.
Join me and the new guy.
The Academy of Country Music Awards, live CBS Sunday, April 3rd, or stream it live.
Towing, hauling, and just plain work. Ram owns it.
Get truck-size discounts, man-size deals on over 100 new Rams during Ram Truck Month at Man Chrysler.
Man, what a deal!
Honey, would some Captain D's make you feel better?
Yeah.
When you love seafood this much,
Back again? I hope it's just a clumsy phase.
it's gotta be D's. Anything's worth it for our new home-style flounder meal or double dozen shrimp. Also try our grilled menu featuring new Tuscan tilapia. For full meals starting at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Want to fill your garage with the best value brand in America that costs less than the competition? Honda's got it. During Honda's Dream Garage Sales Event, redesigned 2016 Accords, the #1 selling sedan, just $199 a month. Or drive with 0 down, 0 security, and 0 first month's payment. Accords, available with Honda Lane Watch, Brake Assist, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and more. Just $199 a month or 0 due at signing. Honda's got it at your Central Kentucky Honda dealers.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Our firm is a family firm. John, my 2 boys, and so many lawyers who have been our partners for so many years. We know that an accident or an injury can have terrible consequences for your family. An interruption in income can be devastating. We are all well aware of what goes into making a family run smoothly. Visit forthepeople.com to learn more about your legal rights or call me. Our family helping yours. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Saving enough money for your child's college education can seem overwhelming. But with Kentucky's 529 College Savings Plan, it's easy to start and easy to save. And best of all, you could save on taxes too. The Kentucky Education Savings Plan Trust. Start your child's future today at kysaves.com/college.
CareSource, as caring as you. That's healthcare with heart. Visit caresource.com.
Take your pick from over 100 new Rams. The Workhorse, the Street Cruiser, the Luxury Liner, the Eco Diesel. All on sale during Ram Truck Month at Man Chrysler.
Man, what a deal!
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 104.5 The Cat.
And welcome back to Des Moines, Iowa. If you turn the clock back 1 year ago, Kentucky was undefeated and looking to make a run in the NCAA tournament. As it turned out, it came up a couple of games short. Now, this team this year is a long ways from being undefeated. But Tyler Eulis remembers last year, his freshman season, and as good as last season was, he believes this year can have a better ending.
I'm very hungry because, we went 38-0 last year, but it would be better to win the national title. So, that's what we're shooting for. That's been our goal all year, and that's what we want to do.
You got to, value every possession. As a coach, I'm preaching this whole season is winning basketball, and this is what he's talking about. This is what we prepare for. Just make sure every possession counts, limit your mistakes, and take care of the ball.
We're just going to come out, try to play hard. We understand what's at stake, so we're going to come out and try to get in early, play off 40 minutes, and put them away as early as possible. But, they're going to come out ready to fight. We know it's not going to be an easy game.
Here we come. Kentucky's dynamic duo there, Tyler Eulis, Jamal Murray, and we form a dynamic duo, I think. Lee K. Howard is right here.
I appreciate it. I'll be Tyler Eulis, you'll be Jamal Murray.
All right, that's fine.
Those are two of the guys that Stony Brook is preparing for tonight. And this is really a true David versus Goliath setup here. You've got Kentucky, a team that's made 55 NCAA tournaments, and then you've got Stony Brook, a team making their first ever appearance in the NCAA tournament. And of course, Stony Brook got to this point by winning the America East Championship game, but they've also won a lot of games this season, including a stretch of 18 straight. They say that they will go into this game like they have nothing to lose.
Coach Calipari has an amazing program and amazing players, but we've played a lot of good programs and we've won a lot of games. It's not just this year. We've won a lot of games, and we've won in postseason. These guys have been around a little bit, and they've experienced some success.
I personally feel like that's the difference between rookies and veterans. Like when you get to a stage like this, you know when to turn it on and turn it off. So, of course, we enjoyed the moment of making history at our school, but now that we know it's back to business time, so we are back focused.
Yeah, and so Jamal, it won't matter when they go into this game tonight who has the most experience. It'll be just the team that plays the best tonight, and of course they're going to get the win.
Thank you, Lee K. We're going to have it all for you right here. 9:40 tonight, late tip. Kentucky takes on Stony Brook, the 4 seed in the East against the 13. And we will preview it all for you at 6:30 tonight on the CW Lexington. So that is coming up at the bottom of the hour. You can switch over. Stay with us. We got much more ahead on WKYT.